The stream is starting. Wow.
Wow.
I can hear myself. So great. Okay, that's all that matters to me.
Candy Mountain.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Weeknight Wizards. Starting a little late tonight, just making sure that we're not having any technical issues unlike last time. We'll start off hot. It's been a couple weeks, so the most important thing I need to know to everyone is their Barbenheimer status. Who saw one, if not both, films, and in what order? I only accomplished the Barb part, unfortunately, but I did really much enjoy Barbie.
I similarly.
I am in the same.
I have seen the Barb, not the Heimer. What is my life?
Likewise, I've heard that Oppenheimer is very long, and I have a child, so
That
I've only
has
seen
been
Barbie.
the difficult. You don't what your infant doesn't want to go see a movie with loud explosive noises? Like what?
He's just not a big fan of Cillian Murphy.
Oh, he's wrong.
Yeah, well.
I thought you were going to say
He has a lot to learn.
Others, but yeah.
I am unbarbied and un-Oppenheimed, so I currently have both to watch and enjoy.
Me too. I've not seen either one.
Just put them both up there with Jurassic Park, Joe.
Yep.
I do need to see Barbie again because like the speaker nearest to us at our theater had blown out, so the levels were completely shot for most of the movie.
It was actually from the previous showing of Oppenheimer. The
Yeah.
nukes just
Yeah.
flip it out.
Same screen. Yep.
They did a double feature. Yeah.
That's good.
The real question is, are you guys ready for Saw Patrol?
I'm not sure which films fit into this, and I don't like it.
It's Saw, whatever the newest Saw
and Paw
movie, and
Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Oh, Saw Patrol, that's so
You
rough.
Go see Saw
That's very
Patrol.
That's totally.
I'm down, honestly.
So tired.
I did not make that up. Also, it's not as funny as Oppenheimer.
I think it's funnier, but I just have less interest in engaging with it.
Oh yeah, because Barbie is a movie that everyone could see and wanted to see, and was for adults. Paw Patrol is still Paw Patrol.
Yeah. You mean it's not going to be like a light feminism 101 for people who
But
maybe
if we-
never took that in college?
But if we Freaky Friday'd it, what we would get is Sabi and Poppenheimer, which are both extremely funny concepts in hindsight.
You know what? If you told me that Christopher Nolan filmed a 3-hour film about dogs inventing the nuclear bomb, I probably would have seen it already.
Yep.
Did he do Isle of Dog? Or wait.
No, that's Wes Anderson.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? That would be the sequel anyway, because since they'd have to invent the bomb that would cause Isle of
That's
Dogs.
true.
Isle of Dogs is fucking great, by the way.
Yes.
Seen that.
I mean, pretty much all Wes Anderson's great, but I haven't seen I sadly have not seen the newest film that's out right now, which I've been bummed about.
Asteroid City.
No, you know.
Yeah, it looks so cute.
You know what I did watch was the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, and I wish I wouldn't have.
That movie slaps. What?
It
You don't like it, Joe?
It was
It's fine.
fine.
It's
Joe,
good
you
to
can
watch
leave
before
right
season
now.
2. It makes a lot more sense to watch before season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, does
which
it
is
matter?
Very frustrating.
Yes.
Well, it inform. I mean, have you? It
I haven't
informs a
seen.
lot.
I haven't seen.
It
season
does
2 yet.
matter.
Okay. If it matters,
It's-
I'll probably like it.
It does matter because this is a series that seems to like telling its story completely out of order, which I'm fine with, because it's not that important. Anyway, who wants to play
The
some?
movie was very good, and Joe, you're wrong. Thank you.
There's another Naruto trio. There's 2 of them in Jujutsu Kaisen.
There's probably more. They're probably just gonna keep making Naruto trios. In any case,
Speaking of trios that are not trios,
trios that are actually foursomes. Who remembers what happened last time?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
We were sans Kyle that session because of health-related reasons. So Trevor joined Cash and Serena in going to the church, Our Fair Lady of Coronas, where we deftly got past the elderly caretaker and the regular guy security guard and made it to the refectory. I don't remember the word
I
already.
had feretory, which I think is wrong.
That's it. Yep. No, it's
Okay.
feretory. That's absolutely right. We each found a historical artifact. I don't remember if you let us take all of them or if we could just take
Just one.
one.
I think
We
you
took the railroad spike that I invented, and as we were about to leave, we were interrupted by Nosferatu Too School for Cool, or Too Cool for School, who
Volgak,
is
Prince of
Volgak
Knives.
is his name, the Prince of Knives. And Serena almost gets totaled by him, but we are able to leave. We meet up with our good buddy, the Angel, and she's very
Angel.
surprised that potato tomato, and we she agrees to give us a ride. No, sorry. We also fight the man bats outside of the fast food joint chain, which was Pandora outside of the box.
Oh no, it was Pandora in the Box Express.
Yeah, Pandora in the Box Express and Taco Bell combined. We fought two man bat creatures outside of that, and then Miss Engel helped us carry the bodies away, and then she gave us a lift to the party. Was how we concluded.
Somehow I did not write down the Pandora in the Box Express, but
I did.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
I was not looking at the notes though.
That was impressive.
I just remember
Well
that
done.
from listening.
Anthony, I think you also prepared for us a character facts thing, right?
I did. Yes.
Let's, everyone ready for a little character fact?
I
come
am
up on the
ready.
spot with your character. All right.
Cannot wait.
The character fact that I have written first on my list here. What is a non-book item your character keeps on the bookshelf in their room?
Very telling about a person.
Yeah.
Also, presuming they have a bookshelf.
I mean, every parent puts like some bookshelf in their kid's room, whether they use it or not. Like,
I mean, Cash is living on his own, so
See, I think Cash does have a bookshelf, and
part of the stock furniture.
My name is Joe, by the way, and I play Cash. And Cash has a bookshelf in his room, but it's pretty empty except for like old textbooks. And on the very top of it is where his internet router is, so that he gets the best service. Or his modem. He thinks if it's higher, it goes faster. Because there's no wireless, but his modem is on top of his shelf.
I also think when I'm higher, I go faster. So
Hey.
You let all the tubes of the internet flow downward with gravity, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's like a roller coaster.
it's like an osmosis thing.
I like that.
Kyle has a very old Tamagotchi that he got for Christmas one year. It was one of the only Christmases that his whole family was together for. And he has diligently maintained this Tamagotchi.
Ooh, I love that.
Love that.
I think that Trevor has a Gen 1 iPod Shuffle on like the long white stick version of the iPod Shuffle, but it's unused because he's kind of a little snot about music and just would rather listen to CDs on a
Oh man.
like,
It's-
I hate to tell you. iPod Shuffle will actually be released in 2005. So you somehow have received an
No,
iPod
no, is it?
Shuffle
I
before
thought we were in
January
2007, are we not? Or 2005?
2004, man.
Oh, 2004. Okay. Even easier. He just has he has a like a CD, a portable CD player. I guess a Walkman brand. Walkman also
Walkman
made.
is what it's called.
No, because I know Walkman made the tape recorders, but I assumed Walkman also made
They also have CD players, yeah.
the CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's got the Walkman with some plug-in headphones. And I think right now he's got Jeff Buckley's Grace in the Walkman. That's what he's been listening to. And then he burnt a CD for his brother that's just Papa Roach's Last Resort 20 times on it.
So I'm hoping you can all hear me. I'm having internet problems, and all of that after the Walkman was robot sounds for me. But
we can all hear you perfectly.
now you all sound fine. So I just didn't get that, but that's fine. I'm just gonna write down Walkman.
I can say it
CD player.
again for you, Michael.
No, that's bad for the stream. It's fine. It's unimportant.
It reminds me.
Disclaimer: Michael's internet is bad tonight, and if something happens, that's why.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
Anything you don't like about this stream is probably my internet's fault. Not my fault. My internet's fault. So take it up.
And
with
certainly,
Spectrum
certainly none
Wireless.
of our faults either.
No, absolutely not.
No, never.
On Serena's bookshelf, she has a like a gas station incense burner.
Uh,
I think that she I think that she absolutely hates the smell of incense, but so does her sister, and so she
Uses it to ward off her
spite.
sister.
she uses it to ward off her sister from her room.
It
Why did you
smells
guys?
like desperation.
no, I was trying to make a joke about, but none of them would have landed because they were all like, "Is it next to her gas station like Jewel?" But
Oh.
wrong time period.
An incense burner was just a millennial's jewel, really.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty sure cigarettes were millennials' Jewel.
I was gonna say I think you're thinking of Newports, but
Well, I would say actually, you know what it was? It was American Spirits, because I
Yeah.
think people were like, no, these are the natural cigarettes. That and clove cigarettes. We're like, that's not a thing. Clove cigarettes are probably the jewels of the millennial generation, I would say. I say having never smoked one. That was straight as fuck in high school. Straight edge as hell. Anyway, that's great. And I appreciate all. I don't get to participate in these, but I appreciate
Michael.
hearing all.
What's her name?
Miss Engel?
Miss Engel. What is her on her
It's
bookshelf?
a fucking Bible. It's a book though, isn't it? She actually puts a little bed for Imp up there.
Nice.
Oh.
Little tiny bed.
Oh, I gotta.
oh, I like
Right
the
next
idea
to her
that she's
copy of The Secret.
What's the secret?
It's a new age ebook.
It's actually next to like chicken soup for the teenage soul. I think.
Yeah.
There it is. Yep, that's very good.
but it's like hollowed out. You know how people have like flasks in like the Bible? It's a hollowed out little bed for Imp to
Yeah,
like.
that's very funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Secret was 2006. She doesn't have that. It's chicken soup.
Wow. Chicken soup for the teenage soul. But I like that. It opens up into a little bed. That's great for a cute little creature. Excellent. So we're gonna jump right in. You are all have made your way, or have been dropped off by Miss Angle into Pocket, or the Pocket, as it's referred to, which is kind of the historical town center and political center of the town. And you all approach. I think on the way, maybe Kyle finally was able to break away from the jocks that he'd been kind of ingratiating himself to get invited, as you all remember, to the party that you're trying to crash in order to stop the demon that is preying on your fellow classmates. And you think it'll strike there. Maybe they see him walking or scootering. What was your? You have a scooter, right? That was your. No. Cash is a scooter. How does Kyle?
No,
get
Kyle
about?
has a scooter.
Kyle's a scooter too? Okay. So maybe they saw you scootering and picked you up in the truck. dropped you all off together. And now you are approaching a squat but distinguished two-story building with a modest terracotta designs decorating the dark stone facade. There's a sign, glittering gold letter above the door that reads the San Juan Historical Society, with the year 1912 carved in sandstone blocks on the foundation. Despite the late hour, because it is evening, we've established at this point, I think, the day before the party. There's a small sign in the window that reads "Open." And as you enter and push back the heavy wooden doors, you see that a familiar view to you all. You've all been here before, and you see that it resembles less of a museum and more of an antique shop, with curios and books piled high around the room. I'm just going to switch the scene. Okay. The books and curios and cobwebs rise almost to the ceiling itself, but there's a distinct method to the madness. You see there's labels and informational plaques kind of at every turn. And as you open the door, a small bell rings, announcing your entry, and you hear just a startled "Oh!" in the back, followed by a crash in the back of the space, out of sight. What do you do?
That wasn't us, right?
Well,
No,
the bell
no,
was.
that's sorry. I don't have a character voice. That was in character. That wasn't us, right?
No, Cash, we just walked in. How could that possibly have been us?
Look, I don't know. There's like demons around.
And how would that be us? It's like talking to a wall sometimes.
There's no way that could have been us. Hi, I'm gonna change my character voice. I'm sick of that accent.
This is what Serena
We're
sounded like
retconning.
the entire
whole
time. Anthony and I did chat about this earlier. And I'm like, if you decided to in character change your voice, everyone would have a problem with that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think
in the back of the room, you just hear like a.
Hear a what? You
Can you hear me?
It is too quiet for Discord to pick that up.
I'll try. Does anybody help me?
And then he froze.
Jesus Christ.
I think Trevor pats Kyle on the shoulder and says, "All right, come on, you jock," and then like pulls him along because it sounds like there may be something that needs lifting, and they walk, I think, to the to the back of the wherever the sound is coming from in the back of the store.
You kind of weave your way through again this odd collection of knickknacks and artifacts, and you come across just an absolute mess. It appears that a shelf has buckled under the weight of the books on it, and it's collapsed into a huge pile with the bookshelf itself, like all of its contents falling down, and probably whatever bookshelf item that the shop or the owner probably keeps up there too. But there's just a huge pile of books, and underneath it you hear the muffled like, "Help! Is somebody there? Help me!"
Oh, looks like we got ourselves a real 1999 cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser. In our hands here.
Oh, okay.
And Rachel Weisz?
My notes.
And Rachel Weisz.
I've never seen that movie.
Joe!
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
I think the thing is now I don't know if this is your character or whether it's you.
No, this is fucking Joe.
Yeah.
You've never seen The Mummy, dude?
No.
I'm gonna say that for just the bookshelf itself is actually kind of toppled over too in the shifting pieces. So yeah, I'm gonna need some sort of check if you want to lift this up.
Yeah. How do this is a good question actually because I don't think we've done this. How do we do combined like challenges or combined efforts? Because I know there's like a system for.
Yes. What you're talking about is an assisted check.
Yes,
Usually limited to one assistant. If you have a skilled assist, use the best player's skill and characteristic involved. And actually, wait. So basically, someone's going to do a check. If you are not skilled in the check, you just add a blue. But then
Because
if you
they're
are
getting
skilled-
assisted.
Yeah. Sorry, I was referring to my cheat sheet, but now that I realize like that cheat sheet doesn't have enough information.
Greg, what's your brawn?
Not very. I have 2. I'm like decent, but I
I'm-
assumed. Yeah, I would
Mine's,
assume
like,
an
not
athlete. Well, the thing is, like, I grew up in a like pretty like military family, so I'm not like nothing, but I'm not an athlete. I'm not like so I would assume that.
I also have 2. We're the same.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, exactly.
These
Yeah.
these numbers don't go very high.
No. We got our beefy boy right here.
Kyle's fucking yoked.
Yeah, I bet.
He's 50% stronger
his-
than us.
Yeah.
He grew up in the early 2000s, and his name is Kyle. What else do you expect?
Monster Energy, I guess.
Damn it, I was gonna say that same sentence.
So I'm going to assist Kyle, and I think the way that it works is like the most important thing is obviously to like get the person out. And so I think the way it looks like is Kyle's gonna like lift the suitcase, and I will just wedge myself underneath it with my back so it doesn't fall, so that Kyle could pull out the person. So it's like a hold that position.
Okay. Trevor, why don't
Yeah, man.
I just lift it and you pull him out?
Look at me. I'm not yoked like you are, man. Come on.
You can't pull somebody.
None of us are, Kyle. None of us are yoked like you.
That was scathing.
That was sarcasm.
In a way that scares Trevor to the
Big-
core.
big-
That
Oh, that actually explains a lot. That explains a lot to me, Serena. But, all right,
Come on, man.
All right.
Come on,
Instead
man. Use your
instead of
big
just
muscles, man.
Instead of just pulling the guy, why don't you just jam your body under there, and I'll put all the weight down on you, and let's just see how that goes.
Okay, so I think technically, I'm not exactly. It seems like the assist that Trevor's trying to provide is purely bullying. So
It's counter-bullying.
I'm gonna need a physical check from Kyle, but it sounds like a some sort of morale check. For,
I can do a
maybe
leadership
big-
check.
yeah, I think
is this
I
like
guess we can leadership.
athletics? There's not like
Yeah.
okay.
It's gonna be in athletics, I think, to lift this up.
Lovely. What's my difficulty?
I'm gonna give you. This is not that heavy. You're a strong boy. This is gonna be 2 average difficulty.
Fucking sensational.
Mhm.
Not that heavy. Gang.
And he gets a blue die from me, right? I'm assisting.
Yes, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to roll, I think technically, I was actually
Assisting.
looking for it. I cannot figure out the skilled assistant offhand, so I'll just give him a blue to move it along.
You.
Boom.
I got cheat.
You yeet
Wow.
that.
You just
Whoa.
throw it through.
Dice
Oh,
came up-
wow.
Bean footage.
We didn't roll difficulty.
Your purple dice came up gray
Oh,
for
wait,
me.
I think those are black die, not purple, John. But
Oh fuck me. Okay.
in either case,
Oh.
there's no way it
Hold
would
on.
have been. Actually, that's not true. Technically, could have.
No, I got this. I'm gonna do it right.
Give us some purples. There it is.
Lord.
Is that a
It's nothing.
wash? It's too
Yeah.
heavy
Yeah.
for Kyle. Even with the blue, it's a bit too heavy. This is embarrassing.
Take that beautiful bean footage off the screen.
Um,
Can I lift it with a spell? Can I use magic?
you do have that manipulate for stuff, so yeah, I think that could make sense. Yeah, why don't you do a utility magic?
I personally hate this so fucking much.
Good.
Yeah, describe your spell, and I'm gonna need you to. It won't be an attack, so it'll just be the utility spell, and I'm gonna say it's also still just average difficulty.
Okay.
Selfishly hope this fails and you crush this person.
Honestly, me too. That'd be funny. I will roll Arcana for my spell with 2 difficulty. Let me make sure it's clicked out of the thing. I've got all the dice in here. Good audio content. Here we go. Looks like 2 successes and a
Triumph.
I think this is one of those things where like Kyle's struggling under it, and Serena's watching and enjoying it, watching him struggle, and then just like waves her hand, and not only does the shelf stand itself back up, like in spite of Kyle, but repairs the shelves, and the books go back on it too.
Wow.
Yes. The rivalry continues.
I think as that happens, Trevor's like, "See, Kyle, girls just do it better."
Next time we get in a fight, I'm gonna let a demon eat her face.
As you pull the books come off. You see who you've had past dealings with, and of course it is Dr. Thompson, the curator. I'm going to show on screen what it looks like.
Oh, the Tome Master.
Look at his
The Tome
green
Master.
black eyes.
I know he's a little unsettling. Not great for not as much a people person. I'm going to remove it from my screen. You can still look at it if you want. Oh. Thank you for rescuing me from that literary disaster. Oh, it's all you. What are you all doing here so late?
Oh, are you
Stands up.
reading Nicholas Sparks too?
Who told? He looks at you gravely. Who told you? Did Engel tell you?
No,
She said she
I'm just
wouldn't
kidding.
tell.
I'm just kidding, man. How you doing,
Oh,
Tommy?
me too. Oh, yes. Of course, me too. No, it's good to see you. I'm just surprised. I got a new shipment in from an anonymous benefactor last night, so I'm open a bit late. But tell me, what brings you here? What sort of misadventures have you all gotten yourselves into this time?
Well, we think there's a demon that's turning our friends into animals. And by friends, I mean classmates.
That's more accurate, yeah.
Are you sure they're not just being teenagers?
Well, one of them did turn into a bull.
Teenagers with bat wings?
He kind of looks at you and like things like, "Is that normal?" It does sound.
Remind me of your
is that
species.
normal?
Disemboweling. Fatal for your species?
Non-fatal.
Look, look, these are not turtles in a half shell. These are other teenage animals.
Michael, this should go without saying, I guess, for this conversation because we're already having it. But is it safe for us to assume as a group when we're going to meet up with like certain like
I will try to
we wouldn't
give you
just...
an idea of who knows what you guys are up to, and I think Thompson.
Yeah.
Thompson is
I didn't want us to just walk into a bookshop and
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah, there's demons.
Yeah, right. Okay. Cool.
Again, like, the way I'm kind of been imagining setting this up is like kind of there are definitely allies, and Thompson is an established ally. So because I want there to be places you guys can go to like pull stuff on. This is we're kind of at the point of to compare it to something like the Adventure Zone of like the Fantasy Costco levels
totally.
of things.
All your dreams come true.
Yes, I will not be making a musical thing. But yeah, so like similarly to Miss Engel, like Thompson is someone you've dealt with, and it's because you've learned a lot from him about the history of San Juan and realizing that this is a place of power.
Right.
I'm gonna just to part the curtain a little bit. The basic things you would know is that San Juan was that the land that you stand on was actually all considered cursed and uninhabitable land by the native peoples. So it was completely unoccupied. No one was supplanted through the Western settlement. But it was for good reason. The waters were brackish, the soil was barren, animals would become sick with disease for like no reason. And that's kind of why it was appealing for a lot of the forefounders, because it was unoccupied, unwanted, and it was generally unbothered. Because a lot of the early founders and residents were said to be descendants of witches or practitioners, to generally people fleeing persecution from the East Coast or whatever lands beyond the American shores, even. And it is also said and speculated, or maybe rumored, that it was only made habitable through some sort of dark deals with devils or other entities, because it was a place that was considered impossible to thrive and has now become this metropolis you see before you. Unfortunately, there are a lot of peculiar artifacts, many of which you've probably seen in a place like this, that do indicate some dubious dealings with the ancestors of this city, perhaps not unfounded.
Nice. Okay. So I think Trevor is kind of like walking around, like you know, kind of cool 90s kid style, like, or thinks he's a cool 90s kid, cool 90s kid, is like walking around, like picking things up, like dusting some, you know, one of the books off, like picking things up, and it says, Tommy, what do you know about Elric the Beast Tamer?
He adjusts his glasses and he sees dark eyes and he goes, I have not the foggiest. You say Elric, the beast tamer? This isn't really my my forte. Is this is that one of your classmates?
I sure hope not.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
a
think-
cool nickname.
Yeah, it's just what we call the gym teacher.
We call
Uh,
his real name's Eddie. He didn't like that.
Now the reason I ask is, we think he or they, or you know, they might be responsible for the malaise that's been happening to our friends here.
Right. And you say they're turning into monsters?
Well,
Creatures?
beasts, you know, animal types. Yeah, like hybrids, like chimeras. You know.
I feel like there's a ripe reference to Full Metal Alchemist here, but I don't think it's come out yet. So
I'm looking it up right now.
I made that joke already before. You will
I
not
know.
reuse my joke.
The
fine.
manga
damn
might
it.
have.
The manga is out. The anime adaptation is not.
It's in production.
There's a full shelf of like on one of the bookshelves behind you.
Yeah.
Oh,
In production anime. Yeah.
Uh,
Anime
So-
that will slap later.
um, I think so. He goes, yes. So, you're looking for something to help your fellow students? Is that it?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I turned to Serena and I'm like, I mean, little column A, little column B. We either kill them or we cure everybody, or maybe it's both, right?
Yeah, a lot of them were dicks.
Oh, you're talking about murdering your classmates? It's not very.
In self defense.
Lightly murdering.
You know, it's
It
like
happens.
when you get, like when you get a racehorse and it's got a bum leg. It's really just to kind of put it out of its misery, right?
Jesus.
Jesus
And if some of them are turned into horse people, what choice do we have?
They're not gonna make
We're-
the track team anymore.
We're
you know?
trying to stop the demon.
All right. So
Yeah.
you are determined. You've established that you're all much worse than the demons playing the city. I think so. Yeah, I think I think I might have just the thing. But what I'd like is actually for us maybe to talk together about like what is this
Yeah.
an item, and it's historical evidence that actually could help the heal your fellow students.
Is this
Like, what would that look like?
where we get our focuses to, or is that
Yeah, I'm also going to talk about that. That might be in the new shipment that he's
Okay,
sorting right now.
got it.
But I want to let's talk about this first.
Hang on.
Going all at once.
I know.
I have an idea, but I don't think it's good.
There are no bad
So-
ideas except for the bad ones.
I have
So
a
my
funny
idea-
idea.
Is I don't know why the first thing that popped into my head was a trident, but it is a repurposed pitchfork that is probably like the pitchfork from the first arable field that was tilled in this area. And you said the soil was bad.
Mm-hmm.
So after a lot of fertilizing and like a lot of man hours, they were able to till a field, and this is the first pitchfork they were able to use. And lo and behold, the tines turned to gold,
So you're gonna stab them.
and kind
Is
of
that your
wave,
plan?
kind of wave around their person, like if they're lying on the ground, sort of like wave it over them like a catechumen, and heal them of their malaise.
I like
Just
I like this
spitballing
idea.
ideas. It doesn't have to be what we do.
I have a literally kind of the opposite, but I think could also work in the same vein, which like same flavor text.
What is
I
the
was
opposite of a
thinking-
trident, Greg?
Let me tell you,
Big spoon.
A bite.
it's a vial. It's a vial of the brackish water of the original time. So the reason that I'm saying that is, if animals would not live there and it was kind of seen as forsworn, then maybe the idea is if you imbue them with that water, it would force the beast part out, right? Like it would be kind of
I
like
like
a
that.
rejection because they wouldn't touch it. Like animals wouldn't touch this area, wouldn't drink the water. So if you force that water onto them or into them or whatever, then maybe that like forces a separation. So I think like a vial of brackish water could be a vehicle for this. Which
That's cool.
a complete liquid is, I guess, kind of an opposite to a metal trident in a way. Like, you know,
It is a
Not the
different
I would
same.
say on the spectrum, they're diametric opposites.
there you go.
You spin the
We would
wheel
have-
on one end.
We would have a
the vial
pretty
on one.
limited supply of that vial, though, wouldn't we?
Could maybe you only need a couple drops.
Or we can maybe only throw it back like 5 kids.
we gotta rank them.
We gotta murder the
Okay.
rest of them. Sorry.
Who's the S tier
Hold
kids in our school? Let's.
I got it.
Yeah.
It is a bandolier of thin glass vials full of the water.
We love a bandolier.
Joe doesn't get this reference because he hasn't seen The Mummy, so he has no idea how good this is.
Rub.
I was
Joe
like,
is-
yeah, bandolier sounds good. I like bandolier.
Joe is definitely not a Magi.
I don't watch a lot of movies.
We know.
We know.
Yeah, I know. You know what I
Ash
did watch?
Torrance.
Yeah, Joe, I am curious to hear your idea that you've held back on, and everyone else has thrown some out there. So I do think we need to hear it if you're willing.
Oh, man. I was like gonna go like a lion tamer route, like a circus. So like a whip or something like that. That was like, but that's not as good as the water.
I like it. You're still on the same track of like the idea of taming the beast. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool.
It could
Cool
be
plot,
like a whistle or something, right? Like a
That's
like a
true.
shrill sound or something. That could be an implement that you use to like if it's
Oh,
heard.
yeah.
Like yeah.
Can I sell you on a
training call.
healing pitchfork?
No, but
I
we'll
love- I
we'll
like the
circle back to
pitchfork
the
idea.
pitchfork.
Yeah, it just feels if it doesn't. For my personal, like I'm struggling to connect it to like, yeah, this will heal him.
It's sort of like the episode of Community where his ego is an apple. And it's just a metaphor that does not work.
Oh, I remember that one.
But yet, Joe knows that one. He's
I've
not.
seen Community. Look,
That's a
Community
TV show, not a movie.
Community episodes are only 20 minutes long.
Yeah, so you can watch 8.
Yeah.
You can watch far more of them than the length of a movie.
Yeah.
That's
I think my favorite personality and trait, and Cash, I need your involvement on this because I really hope it's true. But I like to think that similarly to how Joe doesn't watch movies, Cash torrents everything, but also doesn't watch them.
Oh, yeah.
He just likes to torrent them to stick it to the man.
He just
Like,
has
that's
it.
like yeah, exactly.
He's way too busy seeding torrents to watch the things he downloaded.
Are we like what era of torrenting? Because I'm pretty sure we're probably in like the LimeWire era, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Great.
he's really into putting on like Eastern European ping pong. It's like that's what he watches at night, like while he's hacking.
or as we've determined, real life Squid Games.
I have excellent news. The Pirate Bay was established in 2003.
Ooh.
All right,
Did Cash,
Yeah,
did
well,
Cash
it's
establish the Pirate Bay?
He
Is
definitely
that
he's an early adopter for sure.
fantastic.
Excellent.
Okay.
I do like all of these. I do think the water is a really cool idea. But if whatever people are most interested in, I think we can go with.
If the other one wasn't also a railroad spike, I would go with railroad spike. But
I think there's like an instinct in this of like railroad spike.
It's California.
California town railroads.
Yeah.
Oh my
I got
god,
it.
it's another railroad spike. That's so weird.
Just use up one vial of water and put a railroad spike into the bandolier.
Can we split the difference? Can it be a bandolier of railroad spikes?
Oh my god.
No,
So
just
just
the
Jujutsu
water. The
Kaisen
water is the clear
is
choice. I'm just making jokes.
Yeah, I like that.
I think
Yeah.
the bandolier of individual vials makes sense.
Yeah.
It's something that can be used multiple times. Maybe it's like you as long as they're like in the area where it suffuses, it could have that effect, like that kind of thing.
Hell, Dr. Thompson has just like a big old jug of nasty water, and we pour it through little vials. Dr. Thompson, that's a big bucket. We don't need that. We need little. We need.
You're right. Well,
little.
Oh, he
the
is a
jug is
doctor.
actually far more precious, so I could not lend that out to you. But the bandolier is a recreation, so I think it'll be all right. I will need you to fill out the requisition form.
The bandolier I bought on eBay using PayPal.
Now, actually, while it is perhaps fortuitous that you're here, because as I mentioned, I did get a shipment today. It was anonymously donated. I'm still sorting through it, but I've gotten the sense that it might be things that could be of interest to your I don't want to say quest, but your mission perhaps. He looks around and he actually he goes and he flips the open sign to close. He goes, "Come to the back. I'll show you."
Oh,
You
You
Yeah,
know
gotta
we're
watch
miners,
this.
right? You know
We're
we're
going to
all
a back
miners.
room, guys. This is
Next to y'all goes-
exciting.
How long do you humans live again?
60 to 90
fine.
years.
Depends when Four Locos invented.
Yeah.
I think there's a good decade left before Four Locos.
Then a good decade.
No,
like
like-
6 years. 6 years.
Yeah.
5 years.
2005.
2005?
2005,
Cool,
sir.
Guys, our characters got to get fakes.
We're all so fucking old, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they changed. Four Loko, I feel like blew up in like 2008,
We-
2009.
We know we're old because we laughed at dueling and then referenced the Mummy. Those are the
Oh, we're-
bookends of
Right.
our
We're just
cultural consciousness.
Well read. We're just well read.
We're just citizens of the internet. It's
Tune
fine.
into pop culture started at the Mummy and ended at Jewel.
That's it.
Four
That's it.
Loko
That's
was in
everything.
there somewhere.
Oh man.
Oh, good. Okay, so yes, we go into the back room and
leads
we
you-
try to
yeah.
avoid the one with a velvet curtain that he leads us past.
Yeah, no, he leads you into his requisition room. There's a long
Is that
table
Pee Wee Herman in
covered
there?
a Pee Wee Herman. Yeah, no, R.A.P. But no, he there's a table and it's like laid out with like a soft, I think like almost like a felt, so it's to be very gentle on any artifacts. And you see that there's several things outlined on the table, and you each feel particularly drawn to one item. And I would love it if you could describe the item that you find, the magical implement, if you will. And
So weird that all four of them are magical pitchforks.
It's one pitchfork and we all break a piece off.
Did you like watch Aquaman this week? Like, what's going on?
I just have I hugely stand Jason Momoa. He's alive
just
in my
like, 'cause
heart and in real life.
I guess a pitchfork is just a land trident, but I don't like it. I'm not happy about it.
Fuck, that's funny.
Joe, why don't you describe first? Cash is drawn to an item.
Sure. So Cash is immediately drawn to it is a warped piece of what looks to be iron and gold. It's wrapped in like has a leather grip on it, but kind of comes out of the leather grip looking almost like a tree branch, like a tree roots almost. Do I say what it is, or do I just I'm just drawn to it?
I think so. For the listeners, mechanically, what we're doing is all of our players are magic users, and I realized that they're all just casting magic without any implements, which is evidently not advised in this system. 'Cause
You
there
can
are
say it,
magic
Michael.
implements.
We're raw dogging it.
You're raw dogging magic, yeah. And so we realized we need to rectify this. So I had everyone go and kind of think through both the mechanics. There's cool systems in both the Genesys core book and Realms of Terranoth, the magical setting that gives a ways you kind of mix and match like the materials and the style of implement. And I've let everyone kind of design one for their character. So you can say like kind of what it's drawn from, but then maybe yeah, I think we can focus a little more on sort of like the history, which we can sort of say is being described to you by Dr. Thompson.
Sure. So the actual implement materials are really boring. So mine's made out of iron and gold, but mechanically it is a bone magic wand. And it was created when a train again, we're on trains again. It's unrelated, I promise.
It's not a rail. To be fair, not a rail spike.
It's not a rail spike. It's a piece of the train. There was a train going over a valley in this area before the founding of San Druon that was derailed off of the bridge, and in the explosion in the ground below, when they were going to look at the wreckage, is where they found the first gold vein in the area, starting the gold rush of San Druon. So it is a melted piece of the train that has been inlaid with the gold near the surface. Yeah.
Very cool.
Why don't we go Anthony next?
Sure. One moment. Let me add a little bit of formatting to my notes. I can go next. That's fine. Serena is drawn to a carved piece of wood that looks to be the piece of a like a rail baluster, and that's because it is a piece of rail baluster.
Thompson, Lisa, that's a piece of rail baluster.
Oh my god, I love rail baluster.
I know that it looks like a piece of rail baluster. That's because it is. He slaps it. He goes, "You can tell it's a rail baluster because of how it is."
You can tell it is.
Pretty neat.
Would you like the history?
Yes.
Is that what we're doing? Okay, so what this is a piece of the rail baluster from the first library of San Druon, which was, I believe we decided was burned down in the same fire that burned down the first church of San Druon.
Yeah.
And the reason that the fire was started was because the first library housed a horrible book similar to this world's Necronomicon, but it was called the... Oh, I have to go to our chat. This was a weird name.
You're the one who proposed it, so.
I super did.
It was.
Oh no, my
Far
internet is
Side by
making the
Gary
name
Larson.
weird. The first. Calvin and Hobbes.
The book was called... Bill Watterson's classic. The book was called the Sidraxicadia. And it is said to house the...
Fucking edgy, I just cut myself.
Right? It is the lexicon of the demon Sidraxicus, the one who severs. And the townsfolk were so dismayed that this was in their space. The whole library down, church caught fire, probably a couple other buildings. Functionally,
one disgruntled.
Yeah. So functionally, this this mahogany baluster is a willow scepter.
Very cool. Sick.
Very cool.
Neat. John or Greg, anyone want to go first?
Yeah,
Greg,
I can go. Don't mind.
Mhm.
Okay. So what Trevor is attracted to, or I guess is kind of like pulling him, is a essentially what looks like a pendant. It is, I'd say, about 3 or 4 inches long by maybe 2 inches wide. And it looks like an anchored cross made of wood, specifically oak. So an anchored cross is exactly what you imagine. It's a cross with like an anchor at the bottom as opposed to the bottom part of a cross. And that is known to be an amulet that was favored by mariners or seafaring populations as a kind of a protective amulet. Specifically, has kind of warding or like seafaring effects. It's also a reference to kind of Saint Elmo's fire. So if you don't know what that is the effect of like lightning striking the top of masts during storms, which was seen as the mast or like the ship protecting the mariners. And it's like that effect and seen as like divine protection. So because his family, Trevor's family, is a long line of like naval officers and people who've been in the Navy. This is made from the wood of the mast of the settling ship of San Juan, so like carved out of that. And so, yeah, it's worn as a pendant, it's worn as a necklace, and functionally, it's going to be made, although it's made of oak, it's going to have the effect of I think I decided on hazel, and it is a relic. I guess is what we established it was called. Let me double check. A holy icon is what it represents. So mechanically, it is a holy icon that is made of hazel.
Excellent.
All right, and Trevor is drawn to what
Kyle?
appears to. Wow.
Trevor is drawn to Kyle. That is
I think Trevor is
But
drawn
who's
to
not?
Kiss, kiss.
yeah.
Kyle.
That's season 2. Come on,
Kyle.
come now.
All right.
My character, his name is Kyle.
We gotta build the hype now. Though,
It's called a slow burn for a reason.
Is
It's a
drawn.
will they, won't they, they won't.
Okay, guys, remember when Joe told us he'd never seen the movie The Mummy? Let's get back on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Joke.
Yeah, Joe, fuck you.
Look, I'll add it to the list of movies I'm never gonna watch.
I know.
Joe.
That's
okay.
more why I'm mad. Is
Okay,
you
no,
won't.
we have to go on an aside, Joe. I have to drag you a little bit because you and I watched Hot Tub Time Machine 2 like 9 times in a row.
Yeah, you're right. We did do
That
that.
was a self-imposed challenge.
You
Yeah.
have time.
That we failed.
Did you actually record your reactions to that too? Because that is something that would
did.
be.
There's somewhere.
Yeah. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I would listen to that.
We got real tired.
We got really tired really fast. The movie's not good.
Really bad.
And then it was really good, and then it was not good again.
I don't believe you.
Like the fourth and fifth time, I was like, I'm kind of
We're
into this.
it. Anyway, Kyle is drawn to what appears to be a very simple ring made out of a white material.
Well, that's bone. After you put it on.
Okay. So mechanically, this is a magic ring that is made of bone, and I think once Kyle puts it on, he kind of can't take it off.
Oh shit.
Um,
That's mechanically beneficial in a way, but yeah, I like it.
in a way, but so bone materials
Help you
heal
bone.
one wound when I successfully cast an attack or a curse.
Mhm.
And the thought that I had was that this particular ring was carved from a rib from the first witch who was burned at the stake in San Juan.
Ooh.
It's extremely cursed.
I think, yeah. Thompson's like, yes, that's a darker item. As I've told you, regaled you before, many came here fleeing persecution, but of course, persecution has a way of catching up with people, so there's a little bit of an ugly history there. Like, uncomfortably scratches at his collar. But it looks good. It looks good on you. Yes.
I would like to note. Oh, go ahead.
Question, Dr. Thompson. Why is it stuck?
Well, are your fingers swelling? Have you had a lot of salt today?
I've not had any salt today.
That's unhealthy too.
Chicken and broccoli and rice only.
I'm on a strict performance diet.
He looks goes, oh, that is odd. I'm very glad that I didn't attempt to put that on. He goes, yeah, I think he like, wait a minute. He comes back and he's got like some like, I don't know. What would be weird? Yeah, like not weird. Like he like I don't know. Hand lotion.
real quick,
Crisco?
He's not gonna have Crisco in this here. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Maybe he likes to bake.
What about petroleum jelly?
Yeah, maybe some Vaseline. And I think he tries to help a little bit. He goes,
Just
oh nope, that's yeah, I think he goes, I'm so terribly sorry. I think this item is bonded with you. And I think perhaps it will come off when the time is right. And I think you actually get a voice from. Remind me your demon's name. It is.
Gwyn.
I know something.
Gwyn
Abnud. And Gwyn goes, "Oi, there's something in that ring, but it's I think it's cool. It seems bloodthirsty, so I think it'll do well with us."
I wanted to add.
Like it. Gwyn. Yes.
Oh, stop being such a little one. You're acting like a child.
Okay. Gwyn.
You're telling me this is the first time you've had a cursed ring on your finger?
It is. It is, in fact, the first time I've had a curse ring on my finger.
Well, congratulations. Now you're a man.
I have a desire to punch someone so hard they die. This is.
Gwyn looks around and goes, "Oh, which one would be the best one to
Nose game.
kill?" Gwyn closes his eyes. That one. Punch that one. Oh, maybe not that one. It was Serena. He points over and moves it over.
Ooh.
I think Trevor picks up a copy of War and Peace, a hefty book, and it just says, "All right, man, hit me with your best shot," and just like holds it up like a jujitsu block.
Oh my god.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to do a brawl if you're gonna do this.
Absolutely gonna do this. So.
And I think to just obliterate this book, I think you need to do at least 3 damage.
Can you
Yeah,
get
because
past
I'm
the
not
worst
sure.
of times?
Joe. Lord. Okay. So.
Yeah, and the brawl I think is a standard difficulty.
Yes. Brawl, standard difficulty. Okay. And the magic ring does +2 damage.
Oh, remind me, yeah. Which item is the ring? Because it's not rings aren't a technical implement, right? So which one's it based on?
They are.
It's from the core rule.
Oh shit! Really?
Yep.
A rings?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
will.
shit.
I will drop the text of it in the chat because we don't need to like.
They had the longest description, and I skipped it.
Me too.
They were also like the most
sick, but it's gonna
flexible.
break eventually, is what it boils
Oh,
down
cool.
to.
I'll have to read that.
Yeah, I'll just drop it in. We don't
Yeah.
need to hash it out.
Mhm,
But it does
mhm.
+2 damage. And I don't think it does any. I don't get any other bonuses or anything like that from it. So.
So while John's getting his dice pool ready, Serena's like got her mahogany wand or scepter. Absolutely clashes with everything that she's wearing. She wears all black, and this is like a brown mahogany wand. She's like, "Ugh." Should have gone with the bone ring.
It wasn't meant for you.
Right, but like, it looks thick as hell.
Don't worry, Serena. I'm pretty sure we can get some black paint or something at Home Depot. Get some nice stainer, paint right over that.
I don't think Sears is still in business. I think so. I'm sure they'll sell you some.
Absolutely still in business. So Kyle, kind of like curls his fingers into a fist and like feels a lot of hate, a lot of fear, a lot of anger coming from this ring, and he punches this copy of War and Peace, and that's 3 successes and a threat.
Okay, so I think you definitely, because you're gonna do your base brawl damage too, right? Score. What's your brawl or your base?
3.
It's your base
Brawn.
brawn. Yeah, what is your base
Yeah,
brawn?
3.
Okay. So you obliterate it, but then I think you get 1 for each success as well.
So I do 8 damage to this book.
Yeah. It just like you remember Joe may not have seen this, but there's a classic video of it when a baseball player throws the baseball and a bird flies in front of it and just explodes into feathers. Yeah, there's basically that with pages. And Thompson, I think the thing is Thompson was like kind of looking at someone else and he didn't realize you guys were doing this. He goes, "Oh, what was it? Oh, my copy of War and Peace. Oh, I hadn't finished it yet. Oh,
He made it all the way to necessary to renounce a non-existent freedom.
Fucking Google what's the last sentence in War and Peace.
Yeah, I did.
All I was gonna say is that Trevor's like, it's all right, Tommy. Dostoevsky's way better, anyways. Don't worry about it.
I can agree with you there. But please don't punch. He looks sternly at Kyle. Please don't punch anything else in my store. It's
That's fair, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, really, dick move, guy. Like, how old do you all live again?
A book.
What is Four Loko invented?
Just wait. Next year's gonna be a wild one. iPod shuffles and Four Loko.
Don't worry, Tommy. Amazon's around. The Bezos can get you a new one. They're only selling books now.
At this point, they are just a bookstore.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you remember when Amazon was just a bookstore?
Yeah.
Barely.
Crazy time, man. Crazy time. All right. Well, he looks around and goes, I think it's okay if I put a few of these items on loan. I will need a requisition order for the bandolier, but that's fine. Just fill out this paperwork. You know the drill. And he looks very cautious, like, please return it as entirely as you can. I know that's a lot to ask sometimes.
I thought you said it was a reproduction?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, but the vials are actually those are classic. Those are vintage.
Oh, I was planning on breaking those.
You say that out loud, and he goes, "Oh, well, do what you must."
Do you have any vials that are, I don't know, from Michael's?
Can we? I don't want to make a character choice for Cash, but he seems the most likely to have just an empty 2-liter bottle offer to put this water in.
Of Surge.
Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi. Absolutely.
Cash goes digging around in his backpack. Why don't we put it in this bottle of Crystal Pepsi?
God.
Amazing.
Actually, I think
It's weird that we find out that the Crystal Pepsi is actually it's more effective at dispelling the demons than the brackish water.
Especially because I think it's definitely been discontinued for like at least 10 years this point.
Yeah, the demons in all of the high places didn't like it. It was effective.
It's what they took from us.
They took her salvation away.
They took
her
away
medicine.
Discontinued 94.
So they could sell us their poisons.
Oh man.
Oh man. Anyways, so that's how Cash founded QAnon. Is the
Oh boy. Yes.
Cool.
So,
So we
I think
so now we're
yes.
strapped.
you guys are loaded up. And I think I think there has to be a price for the items, and I think, John is definitely cursed, probably, but I think he goes, now, yes, the requisition order is one thing, but you do know there's one other thing. You must part with something precious, and it will remain in my care until you return the items you take. And I think this is, as you know, this could be something abstract. This could be something,
Mm.
but this is something dear. And uh, to part the curtain, we know Thompson is not angelic. Thompson is a deal maker, but one with a strong fondness of the past. And so a deal is a deal. I will lend you this strength if you lend me something of yours.
How about my memory of Brendan Fraser's The Mummy?
Ooh.
So it would be like I've
That is
never
very
watched
funny.
it.
That is very funny. But I would like it to be something actually that we could argue is precious.
Matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do like that as a joke. Yes. Serena, car keys. Might be time for Dr. Thompson to drive.
I was thinking about offering up my Motorola Razr
Oh.
as an
Oh,
option, or my memories of home.
Of Casnia? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why your accent disappeared.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk
Plot
about that.
devices. We like those.
Oh, can we do that?
If you want, but then I have to obligatory have every character who interacts with you have to go, why do you sound like that? Which, I mean, we'll get old fast, but whatever you want to do. But yeah, I mean, if you want to give up some sort of memory of home, that's a powerful one, especially, I mean, and a very double-edged sword. If someone who obviously might feel like they want to give up memories from home, but that's tough. So I like that. Maybe
I'll hear other ideas, but I'm willing to put that up.
I think because Trevor is so we're picking these items, right? Like as like or is this sorry, this is for the
This is for the bandolier.
I think Trevor is going to give up his sense of smell for
We don't all have to give something up. I think it's
we don't. I thought
one,
we all had
one
to.
person. One person
Well,
has to.
I actually think the bandolier is the thing, but I do think actually to all have the item, I do like the idea of each of you giving up something, because this is a big, powerful boon. I didn't prepare you for this, but I do think
Well,
that
there's multiple vials, right? Like the assumption is that we can all access this if we
Yeah.
have to. Okay, yeah. So I think Trevor is going to be like, so his main fear, right, is like he would hate to lose his hearing. That is like, that's like his like biggest fear. So I think it's kind of like testing the waters. Is like, if I had to give up something, I think he'd give up his sense of smell. So he's going to give that up because it's freaky, but he knows it's worth it to like deaden that to heighten other things and get this this boon. So I think that's what he goes up to Tommy and says, he's the only one who calls him Tommy. That's just him being kind of a little shit. But he goes up and says, yeah, I think you gotta get rid of this little snuff box here. And then points.
He looks at you excitedly. Goes, the whole nose?
Calm down, Tommy.
Got
You know what I mean.
Okay. And he's like, ha ha ha, yes. And I think you see him like draw his hand across, like down your face, and like pull it almost to like a vapor, and suddenly, yeah. I think
he's a vapor.
the mustiness,
Sick perch.
yeah, he rips a huge cloud, but you can't smell it. So
Yeah.
The musty smell of the historical society vanishes. The dust and mold, potential mold, is no more, and you smell nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Trevor's like, yeah, this is definitely freaky. But hey, Kevin, at least now can hang out in your locker room, right? Gives him a little dap on the shoulder.
You call him Kevin?
You call Kyle Kevin?
They're the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Potato,
Let me be-
tomato.
Take two. Kyle, at least I could. That's why nobody answered. Everyone's just like,
Yeah.
what?
Who's he talking to?
No, he taps Kyle and says, Kyle, at least I can have a easier time hanging out in the locker room now. And then, yeah, kind of walks away with his couple of the vials, I guess.
Has he been hanging out in the locker room?
He
Only
waits,
when you're there, buddy.
He waits for you. I don't know.
Not in mine.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. Oh,
Shh,
So
you
I
have to
think-
build up to that.
I think Kyle kind of looks down at his hand with that ring on it again, and then kind of looks around at the literary confetti that's all over the shop, and is like, "I can give you my baseball bat."
and he looks at you. A baseball bat. And this is a totem that is precious to you.
Yeah.
Are you bullshitting him? Or are you serious? Because this is, I think, would be important to him, right?
Oh yeah. I didn't know it's not like magic.
Right. But I mean, it's
obviously,
the
but
thing
it is
that
important to Kyle. Yeah. It's-
gonna get in trouble at next practice kind of thing.
I think it's more like sentimental.
Yeah.
Like this,
Uh-huh.
he's had this baseball bat like his entire career.
Yeah. So I want to establish. I think what I'm thinking about this is you have to give up something to get like the thing that's gonna help you. I'm not gonna. You would get it back if you return the item, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think in this case, we're like, yeah, this is for the vials of water. So I think this is a fair trade. But I just want to establish the rules very clearly. You're giving something up that, assuming the item survives, and I know we were saying, oh, it's a
get back.
recreation, but like, I think in this case, it's like, yeah, you do have to return the bandolier, and at least most of the vials for this to work out. Otherwise, you might be without your sense of smell or baseball bat forever. But forever. Yeah, does that sound good for everyone? Everyone's
Yeah.
on board?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the baseball bat. And you have it with you, I think, too, right?
Always.
And I think Thompson like picks it up very gingerly and like looks at it in his hand. He does like the thing where he holds it out and like looks down the shaft and he goes, This carries a great deal of blood already." He looks close at you. "I love it." And he slides it into his coat. It just disappears.
I like this guy. He's
Oh
weird.
my god. Why
Do you
am I
wanna-
feeling that he has like spider legs?
Who told you about my spider legs?
I'm sure he's fucking like or something.
Damn, I thought he just
Michael,
had
do
a
you wanna-
fat ass.
Do you want to take Serena's memory?
Yeah, do you like that one?
Yeah.
Serena, what will you give?
I have a memory of home that's pretty important to me.
And he goes, "Ooh, memories are tricky. Please regale me. What is this memory?"
She's like embarrassed to talk about it in front of the other three.
Oh, we can go. And we just step one step outside the door.
Oh,
On
you're
the
like one
other
head
side
above
of-
the other.
Yeah, looking around the
We got the
door.
crack.
It was the last look back at the airport to my mom, who was still in Casneo.
That sounds really emotional. I mean, you're private right now.
You hear that? Wow. At the airport.
Which may or may not
Nice.
exist anymore.
Be a military base now. You never know. Remy, is Casimir with a C or a K?
K.
Okay.
K-A-S.
And he goes, Thompson goes, "Oh, that's such a sad memory. I'll keep it safe." And you see the other thing where he like puts his hand kind of almost like above your head, and it's almost like a static electricity that like your hair rises up, and he like seems to just pluck out something, like almost like a strand of hair comes out with it, and he looks at it gingerly in his hand, and then closes his hands around it, and then opens them, and it's gone. And you don't remember. He goes, how do you feel?
Not great.
Return your item, and all will be restored. I realize I've invented a loan shark, technically.
Yeah, you have.
Magic loan shark.
Fantasy
Magic
loan
loan
shark, where all your dreams come true.
Your dreams disappear.
He goes, Cash, come back in. Now how will you pay, my boy?
Well, I have a trigonometry test on Monday I studied really hard for.
Wait, I do kind of love this idea of fucking over future. So you're going to give up all knowledge of math, right?
I was thinking if you could leave like counting, maybe arithmetic.
All math.
All knowledge.
Ash cannot do math.
Head empty.
Head empty, hearts full.
Head empty.
Actually-
Only do.
Well, this is all in character. I was hoping, you could leave like arithmetic, maybe all the way up to algebra.
Thinks about it and goes, so you're saying geometry I can take?
Kyle's shaking his head.
Yeah.
Vigorously behind.
Yeah, I think geometry should be okay.
He looks close to you. You do know that if you do not return the item, you don't understand the terms of this agreement.
Well, I'm not giving you my ability to read a contract.
Yes. Very well. Geometry it is. And he smiles broadly.
Oh, good. I had a trigonometry test.
Pretty sure math builds on.
It does.
Oh, that's fine. But I think he's more interested in the way like.
Yeah, I don't know
fuck
how
your shapes,
shapes
bro.
work anymore, but
Yeah.
I got trigged.
Yeah. Can we clarify? Does he still know like how depth perception?
I was
and
literally
physics
going to
work?
say exactly that.
This is knowledge, right? So I think you think about it like you understand how to move through the space, but like without learning geometry, right? But you don't understand. He's not gonna know like. Cash will not understand like how to get the area of a circle any longer.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I don't know.
Yeah,
Nailed
you're not gonna know your hypotenuses.
Yeah.
Trevor's gonna be like, all right, Cash, I'll meet you around the corner. I think Cash's mind is gonna explode.
The what?
but world end where building end.
Wait, what's the thing?
You're a flat earther. You become a flat earther from this conversation.
Cash definitely posts
this one
on
is
flat
wild.
Earth. Cash definitely posts on flat Earth forums. He's not a flat earther, but boy does he like talking to them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I do think this is an interesting one because this would I think fuck over some math things. Because if you I should go back and look at like what does a geometry unit even cover? But, yeah, I like geometry. It's simple. So let's just say all geometry knowledge. Which again, shapes are basically a thing that you would learn in your geometry class, just gone. Right?
Awesome.
This is probably your what was geometry? 7th grade, 8th grade.
Yeah.
Basically, your entire 8th grade math class gone.
Man, I'm so excited for the implications of this.
Yeah.
That's
And I
very
think for
funny.
you, what he actually has to do for you is he has you like, no, just tilt your head over, and he like taps you on the top of your head and almost like catches something out of your ear, and then he like pulls it quickly into his coat. Yes. Now tell me, how do you get the area of a square?
A what?
No, you know what squares are. That's fucked. You definitely
No,
learned that in school.
That's definitely basic geometry.
No, because you learn before you. Yeah.
You don't know shape math.
Yeah.
Shape. I was like shape math. Yeah.
Cash can't do shape.
No, there's no. You took geometry. There's no shapes anymore.
I'm gonna let you play as fast and loose as you want. Cause I'm basically like, you could function in society, but if you don't want to, that's fine.
I'm so excited to go to New York and visit Times Place.
Times.
Just time.
Times.
Oh man.
Times. Or Madison Garden.
Yep.
Like, Cash, you're talking in circles. In what?
In what?
Oh boy. Okay. Yes.
This is
well,
making my brain hurt, and I'm not Cash.
Yeah. So Thompson looks very pleased. Like, well, it's always a pleasure having you here. Please visit more often. And good luck. You said against Elrook.
That sounds about.
The
That sounds
Beast
right.
Tamer.
Tamer, yes. Good luck. I hope I
Oh.
see you again.
Doctor, if you want to like, I don't know, add to that knowledge just as like a hobby thing, I'm not sure how well I'm gonna do on this test on Monday.
Oh, Trevor.
My name is Cash.
unfortunately- Oh, yes.
Suck
Kevin.
ass at names tonight.
It's been 3 weeks. Oh, Cash, I'm afraid you're well aware this is not a charity. Although we are a 501c.
That's the best joke.
I guess we shouldn't have lifted you out from under the bookshelf then.
I just didn't want you to see my spider legs.
Do we have to get the IRS?
okay, bye.
involved?
Oh, sorry.
I'm adding this to my notes.
Okay. A time check that is 10:30. I do think it is important for us to anything you'd like to do before the party, but I think it's at least important for us to get to the party tonight.
I think we just.
But
go.
it is late in the evening. Yeah, you guys probably have to make your way because it is tomorrow night. So in the fiction, you all go home. Actually, let me see. Would the prices you've paid affect any of you going home tonight?
Not me.
No.
Trevor, how was dinner without being able to smell?
I think Trevor's like kind of not a big like foodie anyways, so I think it like he's kind of like actually this is kind of weird. Like he's like it's like he's like definitely like he can't taste because of
Hyper
smell,
muted
right?
taste, yeah. Well, taste there's
But
like a little bit, but if your sense of smell's gone, you taste very minimally.
Well, that's what I
Pack of
mean. So
ramen
I think
still
he's
tastes the same.
I think he's just like chewing, like he's more involved with this food because it's almost like being on drugs in a way, where he's just like oh my god, like I have to like pay attention to like these mashed potatoes, like what that feels like because he can't taste anything, but he doesn't eat very much. So I think his family's kind of like, fuck is wrong with him? But he's dinner's
Mom is
dinner.
like, Trevor, you okay, honey? You're really taking your time with those mashed potatoes.
Yeah, Trevor's like, yeah, mom, these mashed potatoes, they're extremely fluffy, very, very fluffy.
Oh. It's the cream.
Sure, couldn't taste it. It's great though.
Oh, well, that's okay. Then. The garlic is really the main focus, but I guess I'm glad you can't taste the cream. Anyway, it's fine. And like your dad like does this thing where he's reading the newspaper and he like looks up and like rolls his eyes and goes back into his newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mom is like yahooing effects of drugs.
Yeah.
What does weed do?
Is my Christian son on drugs? Also, this is a sidebar, but there's a Facebook group, it's Mothers Against Anime. It's very, very good.
I
Christian
think I've
Mothers Against Anime.
seen that
It's
one.
very, very good.
Oh, that's very funny.
Yeah, that's dinner.
Okay. Yeah. Does anyone else's? Because Cash. Yeah. Would that affect any of your computer use? I don't think so. I think you could intuit most of it without knowing math or
Still
geometry.
code.
No, coding specifically I think would be hard. But
You don't need geometry for that.
That's
specifically.
true.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean? It's like if it's lines and text and stuff, that's probably
sorry,
probably
what's-
okay.
you
Lines. You're right.
I don't.
Yeah, wait,
You're
what's
right.
that?
Yeah.
We're
You'd
doing
still be able to. You just don't know why you're doing it or what it's for. You're just like intuiting.
we're
Muscle
doing
memory.
we're doing what of cocaine?
Oh man.
Bums.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Um,
bums.
I want to know though, because Trevor, you come home with this like white ring. It is bright. Would your parents,
Kyle.
Kyle, sorry, Kyle, you come home though with this ring. Would your parents, if they're home, are they home? Because you're saying like, but if they are, like, if you see your parents, what would they say about that?
Well, one, I don't think they're home.
Okay,
Two,
I think they think you have that.
I don't think they would like notice. Like, I don't think they're around enough to be tuned. Like, I think they would. The ring would be equally different to all the clothes that Kyle is wearing for them.
Okay.
Like, they'd be like, "Oh, fun ring. Where did you get that? That's nice. Also, I like your shirt."
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, and I don't imagine you and Serena and Serena and what's your sister's name again?
Saturn?
Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah,
Sarah.
Sarah. Discuss your last memories of Kaznia too often, so
Nope.
probably won't come up. But she might be like, "What's up with you? You're acting weird.
Thanks.
Why do you sound like that?" Weird that is. Never mind. I know it's because you are weird. She like walks away.
I like the idea of like the Mass Effect like dialogue wheel comes up, and right before you pick something, she just walks away.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't impact you too much, at least this time. You have a full day of school. It's Friday, finally. But yeah, I mean, maybe you talk with Miss Engel, about the plan. You have everything that seems to be in place. You have a way to maybe fight fight Elric. You have a way to heal the students, hopefully. Untested, unproven. Oh, actually, that is the thing. Did you guys want to test that on the creatures you've captured thus far?
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea, but I don't think our characters would have thought of that.
Yeah, but if you told Miss Engel, she'd probably be like, we should test it. Right after school, we should go and test it. Because that would what the adult in the situation would probably suggest.
Can we give you a
yeah.
vial of the water and us go get ready for the party?
Yes, it's exactly what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah, you can give us a call if it like
I don't
doesn't
want to
work.
do that.
He like sighs and goes, "All right, give me a vial."
Here, this
Can't
one's
believe that worked.
in the bottle of Crystal Pepsi.
No, you're right. You're right. Now that you say that, I need someone. Someone's got to roll me. What is your?
I will roll for dereliction of duty, please.
I want to do that. Oh man, what is the actual skill for this? This would be a. It's not persuade in this one.
I love the
A charm or
Yeah, you could try a charm. You could.
it's a coercion maybe,
It-
but like it's a
Oh, it's
negotiation.
definitely
It's a negotiation.
coercion.
It's a negotiation.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you're like, we need to prepare.
I like how
Yeah.
in role playing games, it's a cooperative experience between the players and the DM, unless everyone's role playing teenagers, in which case it is
I don't wanna do
definitely
work up on the
combative.
Yeah.
I simply do not want to do that.
Sorry, are we negotiating, or am I trying to coerce her into doing our job?
Well, let's see. It's harder if it's against the core beliefs.
I think it's a negotiation. I think the
I think
idea
it's a
is like
negotiation.
it's
Yeah,
just
you're
it's
trying to
being like
get
it's
the
being like, come on,
negotiation
why
is
don't
charm.
Yeah.
yeah.
And to be fair, she also just be like, "This is your problem" a lot of the time. So, yeah, I think that negotiation makes sense.
Okay. Difficulty average.
Yes.
Okay. That's a success.
Very nice. Single success. That's great. So she goes, it's one of those things. Yeah, you're like, well, we gotta get ready for the party. And maybe like make it a little serious. Like, yeah, we gotta like prepare. This is gonna be a big fight. And she just sighs and she knows what you're doing. Goes, it's fine. I'll change the other students back. It's fine. And I think it's like one of those things you cut to her after school, and it's just like she, pulls up to her storage unit, and there's just like you see there's like claw marks that have come through the side. She just like sighs. I think she dumps it into a little squirt gun too, and just like shoots it through the tears in her storage unit, and yeah, you hear just like kind of like shrieks that turn into human, like, oh man, what, like, and yeah, so
Good.
seems to be working all right.
Good news, guys. You're probably gonna be good enough to go to the party.
Like I just cuddled in a cage, like naked and wet.
And then we get to the night of the party. So I do need to know, what are y'all wearing to this party?
The same thing Cash always wears. Wait, no, he decided to dress up this time. It's the green Legend of Zelda t-shirt with the khaki pants.
Oh my
He puts on his
god.
nice graphic tee.
Yeah.
This one's washed.
I've seen this outfit
I know.
at my high school.
Yeah.
Worn that outfit.
I've seen
It was John.
I was at an anime convention and there was 6 of them.
I'm glad they wore their formal nerd shirts.
This was a while ago. I should clarify. This was at least 10 years ago.
What is I guess our plan of attack? Like, are we trying to blend in? I know Kyle obviously will blend in, but like, are the rest of us trying to look like we belong, or are we just like, fuck it, we are here to do a job?
So I think Kyle sits you all down like before we split up and everyone goes home to get ready.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, guys, Trevor and I worked very hard to get an invite to this party. I will not be able to do this again if you embarrass me. Cash.
What? I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
wear my
assume-
nice tee.
I'm gonna assume graphic tee is our best option.
Yeah.
Can you at least put on some khakis? Something nice.
Khaki shorts.
No. I
It's
need
a
a full
cargo?
pant. I need a full pant.
Cargo
I will
shorts?
accept big pockets on the pant
What?
if it is a full leg.
Can they zip off at the knee?
Do you own pants that don't? Is the operative question.
Yeah, but they're sweats.
This is what it's gonna be like when I have a toddler.
What about
Toddler.
what about like a tracksuit? Can I wear that?
You
Is that
wear a
in?
Tracksuit. No. Okay. Are the zip offs clean?
Yeah,
Okay.
only worn once. A year ago.
Did you eat lunch?
No.
And did that lunch have ketchup?
No, my parents were in town. We were going to church.
Okay. All right. Okay. Acceptable.
I
Serena, what do you got going on?
I don't know, Kyle. My hair is unforgivably purple.
Well, I can't fix that right now, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Do you have clothes that make it less noticeable?
Does your sister have clothes you could borrow?
A better question. Your
Yeah.
sister looks generally normal.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, all right.
Normal.
That's all you. Trevor, buddy, I'm gonna take a swing here. Not black.
No, you got it.
Dark gray.
No,
take it.
it's man. You don't gotta worry about me, man. I'm good. I got you. Do you want me to tell
That
you?
does make me worry.
I
a
kind of
little
want
bit.
it to be a surprise now.
Yeah, I
actually.
kind of want
Now
it
I
to be a
wanna know when we show up.
surprise. Yeah.
No, I think Kyle, because Trevor was so cool in getting the invite and was like such a good little adventure partner. And Kyle's like, all right, okay, Trevor, bring it home. I believe in you.
And we have like threads in my family. I'll borrow something on my brother. It's fine. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Trevor does
You
seem...
understand though why I felt the need to do a little rundown.
I promise you, my snake bites will not be in my lips for this party.
Oh no, dude, those are sick. You're good.
Is that right?
Then I don't promise, man. It's whatever.
Trevor does seem like the kind of guy to show up in like an Arctic Monkeys style like suit.
It's very much. It's gonna be that energy. Very much. So. Yeah.
I have to Google Arctic monkey soup.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
I see
It's just
what you're
like a British rockers. Like they always like
It's just.
they dress up in
it's
like
like-
suits.
It's
Yeah.
like simultaneously. It's like Julian Casablancas. It's gonna be slouchy but put together. So that's what it's gonna look.
Love that.
Yeah.
For a high schooler,
Am I
this guy
thinking
fucks.
of the Arctic Monkeys?
Maybe.
Am I thinking of a different band?
No, he's too nervous for that. Come on.
Okay, and Kyle's plan is to wear what Kyle knows what he's wearing. So
Yeah,
now that
it's
we've had
It's
this,
gonna be tasteful brown loafers.
Brooks Brothers.
It's gonna be a kind of neutral cream colored slack, and it's gonna be a dark navy linen button up.
Sweater?
That's
Linen.
That's all good.
Okay. Ascot.
great. So yeah, we all you guys all show up,
He's
and I'm
gonna
gonna.
wait. He's gonna be wearing blue jeans, a white sweater, and an orange ascot.
This way, gang. Inexplicably,
Did we
yeah,
just
inexplicably,
create
Serena's
Scooby-Doo?
hair-
Yeah, we did.
Serena's hair is now orange.
Actually,
I'm gonna
Cash
cut
is
now.
Cash is also wearing no. Cash is also wearing a green shirt and brown
Oh.
pants.
Aw, damn it.
So I'm gonna cut us over
Oh, I can get rid of.
to the map where you've all showed up to the Argonaut party. There's a jock out. I don't know why Kyle shouldn't be in front of the jock. It's fine. There's a jock bouncer, and now that you've all shown up on the dock in the night, I do need to know. Describe what your actual outfit is now, and it's okay if it was exactly as requested.
Oh
but I
yeah,
know-
Kyle has no control over this. You guys do you.
I do think Cash. I do think Cash listened. He did manage to find a pair of jeans that weren't cut off, like or zip offs. Like he was kind of ribbing Kyle a little bit. He does have like a pair of
Zip
pants.
off jeans. Holy shit.
No,
The
no,
jeans
no.
and a graphic tee.
Yeah. Jeans and a graphic tee and like a nice pair of sneakers, like newer.
Nice. Any belt?
Yes, but the belt buckle is a Nintendo under like a NES controller.
Oh. Okay. I like that detail.
I think that
Yeah, no, go
Serena
ahead. You go.
Serena is wearing I want to say like a floral sundress that like absolutely she would not wear.
What color?
Um,
Does it go with your hair?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be like light blues and violets and mostly like white. And then like a white headband, and her hair is like kind of like pulled up in the back.
Did you have to go to your sister for this?
Ooh. Yes. Begrudgingly, very begrudgingly.
So the only thing about this is, did you tell your sister you're coming to this party, or did you tell her something else?
She would have lied, absolutely.
Okay, like you're going on a date.
Yeah. I'm going on a date with a normie. Help me out.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you roll for that because it is very good, but that'll be fun. Okay. Right down. Okay. And is that anything else on with Serena, or should we, what is Trevor wearing?
So that's all from me.
Cool. Trevor's wearing high top Converse, gray slacks, unbuttoned or untucked white
Unbuttoned.
shirt. Yeah, later in the night. Untucked white shirt, micro thin red tie, and yeah, and like a seersucker blazer, and like black and white seersucker blazer. And then he's definitely seeing that seeing that Serena's showed up with this like normie white headband, asks Serena for one of her thin black headbands and pushes his hair back from his forehead like Euro soccer style with her headband. And he says, yeah, don't worry, Serena, I'll be your date for the night.
I'd like
I
to
roll.
Technically, you are all Kyle's
True.
quadruple.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, so you guys get there and you just see the jock and he goes, hey Kyle, yeah, Jason said you'd be rolling in with your dates. Where are they?
They're right here. And he
Hello?
gestures most
Behind the losers?
No, he gestures like mostly to Serena and kind of to Trevor, hoping that Cash just kind of gets to come in with everybody.
Oh. I guess you got +3. So welcome to the party. And he like eyes down. He's like, please just be cool. Like, I don't want to get in trouble for like letting you guys in.
You know what? We're gonna be totally cool. Everything's great. I already had that.
This already
talk with
seems
them.
kind of not cool, Kyle.
No, but you know
like,
what? Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
You weren't even at the gate. I don't even remember who let us in, just in case.
Well, yeah, I do switch pretty soon with Jake, so all right.
Oh, was it Jake? Was it Jake who was at the front?
Yeah, it was Jake that's at
It's
the
Jake
front.
at the front.
Yeah.
I remember it was
Jake was
Jake.
at the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old
All right, Kyle.
Jake and Bake, baby.
Yeah.
Don't
Shut up,
listen to him.
Cash.
Don't listen to him.
All right. You guys look to you. All right, you're pretty cool, Kyle. So, all right, you guys can go in. And open up. I've been practicing. Bam! Doors open.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Let you all-
ooh.
I'm gonna let you all enter into the
Bam.
room.
These icons look like a clipping of an image from a WikiHow.
They
think
do.
It's pretty good.
And you've all successfully made it into the party. You see here, students are milling about. There's like a table full of like some sort of dubious punch, snacks. Music is blasting. You see there's an upper deck. I'm going to point to the back here. And that's where it seems to be like kind of like the VIP section. You see some planets, some of the Argonauts, and then a lot of the other like less cool, but like obviously they were invited students milling about in this and the subsequent off rooms too. And it's bumping in here. I think some student is DJing, and it is a party, and you're all here. And I think we're gonna wrap it here tonight.
All right.
As you've made your way in.
So
Nice.
excited.
Yeah,
Freaking
nice.
party.
All right. Nicely done. Thanks everyone for who watched or is watching the recording of this, and hopefully we'll be back in at least 3 weeks,
3 weeks, yeah.
two-ish weeks.
It'll be a bit.
It's hard in the
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.